I seem to have got cut off there. Sorry. So part 2. Where's my questions gone? Ah, there they are. What medical conditions do you have? Oh, okay. So the first one is fibromyalgia. I got diagnosed with that back in 2015. I started symptoms of that one in 2013. For those of you that don't know, fibromyalgia is a condition where you just feel like you've got the flu but you don't have the cough and the cold. So the aching, the tiredness, the fatigue, and pain, just all muscle pain in various places, if not head to toe. You kind of learn muscles that you never knew that you had. It's kind of like when you go for that first workout and you push past where you should have done and you feel crap the next day. That's fibro. Only, unlike with working out, 2-3 days later you feel pretty good and can get back to the gym. This is all day, every day. And you can have fibro flares so that more days are worse than good days. So you have a good fibro day and you have bad fibro days. Some people use the battery effect as well, or spoons. You only have so many spoons a day, but then things can take more spoons than normal. Another condition is ME. Used to be called yuppie flu in the 80s. But that's just real tiredness, constantly feeling tired. And it doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you just feel tired all the time. With the fibro, you wake up in the morning and you feel tired and you feel pain, and you go to sleep and you still feel pain, and it's just painful all the time. The fatigue, you can feel that the same as well, all day, every day. Doesn't matter how much sleep you have, you can have a full 8 hours for a full week and it's still very painful. IBS, let's not talk about that one. I have Parasthetic Myalgia, which is basically nerve damage in the hip area. There's like a nerve that goes from the hip down. That's been damaged, unfortunately, and I might do a video on that because not a lot of people know about it and the causes of that. A lot of mums will probably end up with it. I'll do a video and explain that one. But yeah, so the parasthetic myalgia is nerve damage, and that causes pains in the legs. With my legs, I've also got another condition, but it's undiagnosed yet. They can't actually find the fault, although they have suspected MS. However, the frequency doesn't match up with traditional MS. Doesn't match up with traditional MS, and also I refused a lumbar puncture. As my MRI scans came back clear. So fibro, ME, parasthetic myalgia, leg pain, IBS, post-traumatic stress disorder. I have had that for 2 traumatic experiences. Most people associate it with the army or military. Not been in the army, not been in the military, don't plan to, and that's a different conversation for another day. But yeah, no, I don't go for that at all. You can have trauma through many reasons, and you can get PTSD for many reasons. So yeah, post-traumatic stress twice, depression, anxiety, that's a fun one. What else? If there's a condition that means you go a lot, I have that one. No, not really. I get fibro fog, so sometimes halfway through a sentence I'll be like, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Sometimes I can get it back on track, but other times I'll just completely forget and change the subject. I think that's it for conditions. If I remember any, then I'll pop it in the description, because I'm forgetful. Hello, Fibro. How long have you been vegan for and why? Ooh, right, okay. So, back in 2014, before I got the diagnosis of fibro, I started vomiting whenever I ate certain foods. And it weren't just IBS flare-ups, it was really weird. And I did food diaries and all sorts, and it basically meant that I couldn't eat any meat products. So when I went to a dietitian, they basically turned around and went, oh, you've got an animal protein allergy? I was like, oh, okay. What does that mean? And so they tried to do a FODMAP, but that didn't work. That just made it so much worse. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes. Just made it so much worse. So we decided not to do the FODMAP. And then basically I just cut out all animal products and I was fine. The symptoms disappeared. My eczema cleared up. My IBS settled, especially when I went gluten-free as well. Oh, my voice goes when I'm tired, so I'll get croaky when I'm tired. Sorry. Yeah, so that was the start of me going vegan. By the time that it was 2016, I was full on vegan. And when you look up recipes for the vegan diet, you will come across different videos about animal exploitation, animal welfare, and the comparison between humans and animals, which is all really interesting things. And you do kind of have to sift through what is fiction and what is reality. And but basically I ended up, actually, if it was a case of I could take a pill tomorrow and be able to eat any animal product I wanted now in 2020, I'd say no thank you. But I'm not the type of vegan that would turn around. So I started for health reasons, but now it's for the animals. But I'm not the type of vegan that will turn around and go, you shouldn't be eating animal products. I think we're all on our own journeys and all on our own paths. And if we seek the truth and the facts and the science, then we'd all come to the same conclusion. But unfortunately in today's world there's a lot of crap that you have to cut through. I was going to say something. Yes, there'd be a lot of crap that you'd have to cut through. Which would mean that... Oh, that was what I was going to say. So I source my information from fact-based, evidence-based, science-based websites rather than pseudoscience. Yeah, so that's where I stand. So whilst I am a very natural person, I also go by science, but I don't go by pharmaceutical science, and I don't go by... because some of that is led by money, so it's got to be independent based, non-biased, fact-based, science-based information, if that makes sense. So yes, that's why I'm vegan, and I don't preach because I read a really cool book called How to Vegan. I'll drop the title in the description, but it was really cool. Okay, very eye-opening, and I think all vegans should read it, whether you're a seasoned vegan or whether you're a new one. Should read it. What do you get out of helping others? Yeah, so I'm big on community. One big happy family type, love, light type person. So helping others just makes my heart warm and happy, and that's the only thing that I get out of it, is the feel good factor. But I naturally like to help people, and I naturally try to help people as best as I can. So there's nothing that I get out of it, to be honest with you, other than the feel good, happy feeling that you do mean something good for somebody else. I like to spread love, I like to spread joy, I like to spread light, positivity, and all that wonderful, fluffy stuff. Which makes me sound like a hippie. Depends on your definition of hippie. The original definition of hippie was somebody who lives off the earth, for the earth, and hugs trees. The new modern type one is weed smoking, camping, dirtiness. I like camping, don't get me wrong, but there's the connotation of the word hippie seems to be that they're filthy, dirty, unwashed, unkept, and all that. No. I tend to say that I've got OCD. It's not OCD that I've got to switch the lights on and off, but I do get anxious. It's not so much obsessive, but it is a compulsive disorder of that I need to keep things clean, because otherwise my anxiety gets really heightened. So I do try and keep everything clean, organised and decluttered, and also there's I love the tap to tidy effect of it. It makes me feel nice and happy and warm. So that is what you see on Insta, and that is what my book was about. Oh yeah, I wrote a book. It's called Get Organised with Earth Mom, and it's available on Amazon. If you go to my website, there's actually a links to the ebook, to the paperback, and signed copies in my store on the website. Although they are limited, so it's a case of get there quick. How do you handle trolls, and why do you handle it that way? Oh, that's a good one. Everybody gets trolls. Everybody that I know has trolls of some sort. The way I handle them is, first, there's a difference between having a difference of opinion and a troll. If I post something about veganism, or when I've seen people post about veganism, you'll get the answer of bacon. That'll be it. In the comments, it'll just go, but bacon. That's a troll. You're just trying to get a reaction out of somebody. It's trolling. Those type of ones, then I tend to just delete and block. Simple. For the full-on trolls that are just being nasty, horrible, the vile stuff, like for example, if I was trying to think of somebody that gets regularly trolled, Katie Price with Harvey. The stuff that people put about Harvey is grotesque. It's just vile. And so that sort of stuff, report, delete, block, done. The racist stuff, the ableist stuff, all that, you know, yeah. Report it, delete it, block them. And the reason why I do it that way is because trolls like attention. That's it. They're bored. I'm guessing that I haven't got much of a life because I ain't got time to troll people. Not that I would want to anyway. I don't understand that mentality. I never have understood that mentality. But if I did have the time and energy and had that mentality, then I don't understand it at all. But yeah, they're just attention seeking and have nothing better to do. So if everybody blocked them, they wouldn't have space on the internet, would they? Because there'd be an echo chamber amongst themselves. They'd probably feed off it, but the wider community wouldn't have to deal with that. Report, delete, block, done. Bye-bye. And they can keep making their new accounts and keep on trolling. Report, delete, block, done. So yeah, there is starting to be actual legislation now that states that it's actually illegal to be a troll and illegal to be discriminatory. So soon, if you're reporting them, deleting them and blocking them, and also filing charges against them, they won't have any space. And we can all be happy and joyful and peace and positivity. Yay! But yeah, I haven't got time for trolls. I don't entertain them. I just delete and block. It's the best way to do. There are some people that will try and convert them. Again, are you talking about people with a difference of opinion or trolls? Trolls you're not going to change. People with a different opinion, that's not a troll. We are all individual people. We all have different things. The way my accent, I have got a West Midlands accent. As much as I hate it and as much as I try to hide it, I can't. It comes through. I did try for a long time to train it out, but it just didn't happen. But yeah, I have a different accent, so some people may disagree with the fact that I try and get rid of it. I'm proud of my West Midlands accent. That's your opinion, and that you are welcome to. I don't like it, so I try and get rid of it. Well, I don't anymore. I've given up. But that's a difference of opinion. That's not trolling. When you start going nasty, then it's trolling. Bye bye. So yeah. That was that one. How many children do you have? I have three. I have three gorgeous babies. The eldest will be 12 in August. The middle one will be 10 in September. And the youngest, the baby, was 8 in May. She had a lockdown birthday. She wasn't impressed. We're hoping to be going out with my mum as soon as she's out of shielding with my dad. Yeah. How much did you raise for Myasthenia Gravis? Right. So Myasthenia Gravis is a condition that one of my family members has, and it basically means that the muscles just switch off, so the eyelids can go, and the only way that they can open them is by doing that. Nice. But it means that any muscle, so although it's not a terminal illness, it can be fatal. But yeah, so they have to have medicines to control it. It's an autoimmune disease, and there is a charity that explains more, a really good charity that's trying to help, called MyAware. So when my family member first got diagnosed, I couldn't help them with their condition, but I was like, right, I'm going to do something. So I abseiled down the side of a building. And if I knew how to add things like pictures and different stuff to my YouTube channel, then I would add the picture of me abseiling. Insert here. But yeah, so we raised over to be able to abseil, you needed to raise, I think it was £180. I weren't far off over that. I don't think I quite reached 200, but it's still money raised for that charity. If you do want to go donate, you can still donate. You can't donate it through my Just Giving page because that's closed now, because this was back in 2014. 2014? I think it was 2014. Yeah, so, but you can go to MyAware and donate there. Okay, so I think, yeah, that's all the questions I've got. So if there's any more questions that you have, drop them in the comments, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day, or an evening, or whenever you're watching this, and always think of 5 positives of the day, because it helps your day.